click on the subscribe button, and press the bell icon, to never miss any updates.
My sisters, my brothers, our wonderful sister who's here, mashallah. I actually realized I forgot to pray God. So I ran downstairs to make Maiza. So thank you and forgive me for being a little bit out of breath. When I heard my name as I was coming up the stairs, I was like, oh my God. Okay.
Take a deep breath.
Thank you. Thank you. I need that. Thank you. Thank you for the permission. It's important. Many of us who do this kind of work, there's an expectation and a standard that's set for us. But we're just like everybody else. We're human. And so when I hear that from a brother and a distinguished elder, I thank you because it's important. It's important. Thank you. Jazakallah khair. So, you know, when we put this event together, you know, I'm truly very emotional about today, and I was emotional about yesterday, because ILHAN being here in New York City is the first time as a congresswoman really means a lot to me. Yes. And I will tell you why it means a lot to me. ILHAN is half Yemeni American. And as many of you know, Yemeni Americans are right now under siege under the Muslim ban. And so are Somalis. So she doubly understands what our communities are experiencing. And it's not just to single out the countries that are on the Muslim ban, but all Muslim Americans, regardless where you come from. This has been the plight of our community. But because we have people like ILHAN who have actually worked day and night in Minnesota to become a part of the American fabric, and to actually have people in her district who were not even Muslim to see her as a leader and to elect her as their first representative, and now elect her as their congresswoman is very profound. The reason I call it profound is because this sister wears her hijab with pride. And people in Minnesota see beyond the hijab. They see someone who's dedicated to their community, who will sacrifice, and who sees all of them regardless of their race, their religion, their culture, where they come from. She saw beyond those things. And she represented each and every one of them, and she is a voice for each and every one of them. And so what I believe for us is this is the role model that we need to make sure that all of our children see every day. That they see her in the House, in the Capitol, making sure that our voice is heard. My brother earlier mentioned about this law. It's incredible. It's incredible that she has a legacy now to be the first on many things. So she is a symbol and an example for our daughters, for our sons, and for all of us to inspire. And last night, at her speech at the Yemeni American Merchants Association first gala that was organized on the Bodega Strike anniversary, as I stood there and I was listening to her talk, I kept crying. I cried because of what she was saying, that we have so much potential as a community, and what we need to do is realize that potential. Realize that potential. And if we believe in ourselves, others will believe in us. She was joined last night by 4 other congressional leaders who actually, as I reflected last night, were all first in their own communities. We have the first Puerto Rican Congresswoman Nydia Velasquez there. We had the first Jamaican American woman who was there, Yvette Clark. And we had the first Dominican Republic congressional leader, Adriano Espaillat. And we had Alexandria Ocasio, who is also the first in many things, especially being the youngest congressional leader in the history of the United States. And so this is a moment for us to rejoice as a community, and for Americans nationally to rejoice, and for Muslims actually globally to rejoice, because we are changing the landscape of this country. Now, one thing that was very profound that ILHAN said last night, which was really very moving and really made me understand how important this work is for us to do, is that we have power. We have the power in our votes. We as a community have done an incredible job in registering people to vote, and we must continue to do that and make sure every American Muslim is registered to vote. And second, we are actually exercising our political might by organizing events like this. So for anyone that you know who is a naysayer and saying, oh, what are the elected officials going to do for us? They will do for us. And it is our job to make sure that when we hold fundraisers, we hold them accountable. That there needs to be something on behalf of our community that needs to come back in return. Because this is the only way we're going to make a difference. And so last night was very profound for Yemeni American girls and boys who were sitting in that audience. And here we are today, another moment, being able to have this opportunity to hear from Congresswoman ILHAN OMAR. I cannot begin to tell you how important it is for her and for Rashida Tlaib to continue being in Congress. And the only way we're going to be able to maintain those two seats is by organizing events like this in every borough, in every township, in every state, all over the country. Now more than ever, our sisters need us. We're no different than any other community that is doing this kind of work. Every community supports individuals from their ethnic or religious or racial background because they see the importance of these individuals maintaining the seats. They may be individuals, but they are our voice. ILHAN is our voice. Rashida is our voice. Our issues will be brought up by ILHAN, will be brought up by Rashida. They are accessible to our communities. There's no one I know personally who is an elected official that is more humble and down to earth than ILHAN. Truly, truly. Yesterday, after doing media engagements and meetings and what have you, and coming to the dinner, and being so loving and kind to young Americans who wanted to take pictures with her, and I knew like she was so tired, but she didn't have the heart to say no. This is humility that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed her, and blesses all who do this kind of work. And so I say to you, my brothers and sisters, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this gathering one that is memorable. Make this gathering one that will inspire us and empower us to have a voice and a place at the table. My dear brother Keith Ellison, who is now Attorney General of Minnesota and gave our sister this incredible opportunity, always said to me, and many of you, if you are not at the table, you are on the menu. No longer are we on the menu. We are creating the menu. Creating the menu. So I want to thank all of the host committee members who actually brought all of you together. I want to thank ILHAN OMAR. And Tim, where are you, Tim? Because you never get thanked. When I invited ILHAN to come to New York City, he said to me, okay, well, can we create a program? I was like, don't worry, I got this. You will have a full and robust program. Just trust me. And what did you do?
I trusted you.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. I am so honored and humbled to be here with all of you and to be here with our sister. May Allah bless her and protect her and guide her and give her the strength and endurance to lead and to be our voice. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
ITV, Call of Peace, Save Humanity.